Unmute myself. What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the Pod on the Go show. I'm your host, Raz. And this week, our theme is monetization. Probably the most talked about theme in podcasting, the thing that people want to know about the most, because they want to know if I'm putting all this time into a podcast, if I'm spending hours and hours every week, how can I make money from it? What's going to be my return on investment? So this week, we're going to talk about monetization. And today is Podcasting 101. So we're going to talk about how to make money right now if you're just starting a podcast. If this is your first podcast, if you have a small audience, how can you start making money right now? Or how can you at least set yourself up to start making money? Because maybe you only have 100 people listening, but, you know, maybe in the future you'll have 10,000 people listening every month or 20,000 people listening every month. How do you make sure that the original episodes are still monetizable? So you gotta start from the beginning. And so today we're gonna talk real quickly about how you can get paid now and some different options. Number one is find a local sponsor, somebody you can meet in person and pitch, and somebody you can build a relationship with in person. Number two is to connect your podcast with your business or with your expertise. That way you can send people back to your business to monetize the podcast. And number three is affiliates and affiliate commissions and commission-based products. So number one, finding a local sponsor. So these are all things that I've done before. And when I was in Savannah, when I was in Chicago, and soon, now that I'm in Gastonia and back in Charlotte again, these are things I'm going to start doing again. Number one, you can join a local chamber. In Savannah, when I lived there, there were, I don't know, half a dozen to a dozen different chambers I could have joined with all different types of niche markets. So join a chamber. You can meet people that way. You'll meet people that are, I forget what I used to call them, but whether you're competitors, co-competitors, you know, people who are in your industry, but aren't necessarily your direct competitors. So you can find people like that. You can meet friends or friends of friends who will want to support your podcast. You can start a local meetup. I've done this several times, and it works every time. I meet somebody that either becomes a friend or a supporter or a sponsor, or they have, you know, somebody who wants to be a part of the show to help promote the show. You can interview locals. This is something people always leave out. They want to go straight for Richard Branson and, I don't know, Tom Cruise. He's always like the famous person, I think. So it's just the first name that comes about. I don't know why. But yeah, Will Smith. But they forget about just local people. Like, there are famous people locally who have a lot of support and a lot of following. And you could interview those people, and they're easier to get. And they will potentially be able to help you sooner with your podcast. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Find a mentor. I've talked about this several times, and I'm always going to say it. But the Small Business Development Center, there's got to be one that's close to you. And SCORE, the Council of Retired Executives. So why a mentor is important is because they can introduce you to people who can help you specifically. They are mentors to other people. They have mentors themselves. They understand the value of giving back, the value of collaboration. And as your mentor, they're going to want to help you in any way possible. So that's step number one. A lot of times is find a mentor. And the last one that a lot of people leave out and a lot of people forget about is to volunteer locally. Like, do something that's like help somebody else. Number one, you're going to feel great after you help somebody else. Like, it's going to be the highlight of your week, your month. Whenever you're feeling down, it's always good to go out and help somebody else, and you're going to get that boost of dopamine, you know, that makes you feel good. But number two, and it's just the right thing to do. But number two is that the type of people who volunteer are people with, excess time, free time. They're wealthy, they're educated, and they are in a place where they want to help others. So they're good people to be around. And they have a mentality of giving and a mentality of helping and a mentality of collaboration and building up. So these are the type of people that you want to be around when you're starting a podcast and when you're starting a business just in general. Or just in general. Like, you want to, personally, I want to be around people that want to help others. I don't want to be around people that are always thinking about taking and extracting. I want to be around people that create and they give back. And when you volunteer, these are the exact type of people that you're going to be around. So that's just something to keep in mind. These are these are all people, local sponsors, who will be willing to help you grow your show. So keep that in mind. Promote your own business. I meet a lot of podcasters who have an expertise in something. They could be a mechanic, they could be a chef, they could be a public speaker or a marketing professional, but then they want to start a podcast with something completely different. You know, they're going to start a podcast on ballet or music or a talk show with just their friends, which is cool. You can do that, but it's going to be hard to make money that way because people want to know that you're an expert in something, which is, again, why I started this. I've been doing podcasting in the industry and loving the industry for probably, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years now. So that's why I'm on here doing this show, because this is my expertise now, podcasting and digital marketing and videography and live streaming, live production. This is my expertise. So with this podcast, I'm promoting my own business, and every time I do a show, every time I get a view, people go back to my website and either, click on links, click on affiliate links. They do all, what I'm saying? They bring me more profit. Like, by doing this show, I'm making more profit from my business, even though I don't have a sponsor specifically. Right now, I'm still promoting my business. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're thinking about starting a podcast with a bunch of friends talking about something completely random, that's fine, but it's going to probably be a long time before you make a ton of money from it. So just keep in mind that you'll be in the long haul. But if you start a podcast that is specific to your expertise, your industry, whatever that may be, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to make money starting out, as a young podcaster. And something else to keep in mind, 2 more things really, is if you are say you're a mechanic and you want to start a mechanic podcast, then who are your vendors? Who are the people that sell you your tools? Who sells you your oil? Who do you go to for specific parts? Those are vendors that could be sponsors for your podcast. So that's something to keep in mind. The second thing is that maybe you don't have to start a podcast. Maybe you don't have to start a podcast. If you already own a business, maybe you can find a podcaster that you can sponsor in your industry and get the same return on investment without the amount of work. Something to keep in mind. And lastly is affiliates. So affiliate commissions, if you don't know what those are, they are probably one of the easiest things to get when you're first starting out. And there are a lot of affiliate programs out there. Pretty much every online business is in the process of creating an affiliate program or has one, and you just have to look for it. Commission Junction, CJ.com, I believe it is. They're one of the OGs in the industry, so you can check them out. And an affiliate program is basically where you sell somebody else's product and you get a commission from it. It's important that you let people know that wherever you put an affiliate link, let people know that this is an affiliate link. It's legal now. I'm not an attorney, so just make sure that you understand that and you do your own research on that and what you have to put in writing to let people know that it is an affiliate link, but it's something that you have to do. So you can't just, send people the links and they don't know it anymore. So Commission Junction is a popular one. Amazon Associates is a very popular one, a very easy one. And basically, all these things, they'll give you a specific link. And every time somebody clicks on that link and purchases something, then you'll get a small commission back. Usually the affiliate will set the commission, so you have to agree to it. But, sometimes you can find a better option. eBay has an affiliate program. ClickBank is another OG in the industry. They have affiliate programs. Squarespace is one that I'm probably going to start using myself because I recommend a lot of my podcasts to just go to Squarespace. Just use a Squarespace account. So that's something I'm going to start using on my platform as well. Casper mattresses. at one point I heard every podcast, especially a lot of comedy podcasts, promoting Casper mattresses, and I'm assuming that they became, that also helped their what's the word I'm looking for? I'm assuming it also helps Casper's sales by promoting specifically the podcast, because I heard them everywhere. So that's something that you can do right now. And then the cool thing about affiliates is that it'll be there forever. And as your podcast grows, people are always going to go back and listen to episode 1 and 2 and 3 and the introductory episode. Those are always going to be some of your biggest hits and most popular episodes. So why not put an affiliate link in your original episodes? That way, when people go back to it and listen to it, it's still top of mind that there's a way they can support you, right? Also, what I see a lot of people doing now, and I didn't put in the list, but it just popped up in my head, is a PayPal link, or what else can you do? Or a Cash App link, and it's just a way that they can just send you 20, 10, 15, 20 bucks if they want to, or more. Or Patreon. Patreon is another good thing to do, but Patreon will be more for probably Podcasting 201, which I'll do tomorrow, where I'm going to teach you some things, where I'm going to teach expert podcasters, current podcasters with larger audiences, some things they can do to make a ton of money. So I think that's it. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, so what did I say? Affiliates, local sponsors, and connecting things with your current business. So my final thoughts: start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. That's from Arthur Ashe. And that's pretty much it. You have to start somewhere, and it's always good to get in the habit of promoting yourself on your podcast and letting people know how they can support you. So yeah, you have to start somewhere, and that's really especially as a podcasting 101. It's so important to have a plan when you're beginning. All right, I'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching today. I'm Raz. I'm the host of Podcast on the Go Show, the Pod on the Go Show, and the owner of Podcast on the Go. So if you want to support the podcast, you can go to podonthego.com and just find a studio near you. And if you support the industry, you're supporting me. There, you can check out some of the blog posts. You can check out some of the, you can share the show. Share the show is great. Subscribe if you want to support the show. So thank you guys. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll talk to you next week. Peace out.